As someone who has been learning another language, Spanish, for over 10 years, this is the only way that I have seen actual progress and results. It never made a difference for my level of Spanish if I knew the rules and the names for the grammar tenses. It never made a difference. The only thing that made a difference was I found a phrase or something I wanted to say. I learned how to say it in a way that sounded clear and natural, was easy to understand. I can't tell you how much this has helped my conversations, right? I'm running around here in Colombia doing whatever I got to do, going to the store, going to the bank, going to get my visas taken care of, whatever it is, just small talk with somebody. And I obviously know a lot of words, but if I don't say those words in a way that sounds really familiar to the listener, the conversation's dead. The conversation's dead. They have to use all this processing power. Even if I'm saying it correctly, if I'm not saying it the way they expect, they don't want to keep talking to me. Unless they're really, really interested in talking to some foreigner, which, now in 2026, I think there's plenty of foreigners in Colombia. So I don't think that that's a novelty anymore. It used to be. So the idea is that you take chunks of phrases that you know you're going to say every time or almost every time you speak English, learn how to pronounce those in a very clear and natural way, and then you can combine different nouns or verbs or whatever else it is inside of that. And even if you don't pronounce those other parts perfectly, you still have the listener's attention. They still have the context. They still have the idea. They know what you're talking about, and then it's not so big of a challenge for them to just adapt a little bit to the other details to keep following along. So today we're going to talk about was going to. So how do you guys normally pronounce this phrase? Based on my experience, this is how you guys pronounce it. Was going to. Was going to. Was going to. And that's hard to understand. Maybe you guys understand each other. That's the feedback I get. I guess it happens to me too. If I hear an American person speaking Spanish with a really strong American accent, I can understand them. But for the native speaker, it's really hard to understand. So what do we have to do first to figure out how we want to pronounce this? We've got to figure out what parts are the most important. What do I mean by that? What are the content? What are the function words? So here, these are really, none of these are really important, but if we're going to pick one that is kind of important, it's this, going. This one has a little bit of stress, going. Was and to have no stress. And in fact, we're going to turn these into reductions. Maybe some of you know, most of you don't. These small words are usually turned into voiced sounds. So this S turns into a Z. But what we do is in a reduction, we remove the vowel completely. I already did 3 or 4 live streams about reductions. So if you want to know more about reductions, go back, find the live streams on reductions. But when we pronounce this in normal conversation, it just sounds like this. Was. Right? Look at my lips. I'm not saying was. I'm just making some vibration in the body. Was. Yes, I'm using my lips a little bit, but not like not like that. Okay? Then we turn going to into just gunna. Listen, gunna. Listen to how the stream of energy just keeps moving forward, never stops. Gunna. All right, don't listen to the consonants. I'm sure most of you are listening to the G and the N going gunna. Why do I know that? Because I've heard it hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of times from working with non-native speakers. Don't listen to the consonants. Listen to the vibration. Even here, when we're doing these consonants, it's not consonant sounds that you're actually hearing. You're just hearing this vibration. So listen like a pro Don't stare at the word. I know I have the words here. It's a trap. Don't stare at the words. Listen to the vibration coming through and listen to the shape, the up and down and the short and long. Just listen. Don't repeat yet. Was gonna. Was gonna. Was gonna. Listen how the is just vibration and it's standing out way more than ga. Ga. It's not a perfect G. Listen. Was gonna. You try it. Imitate what you hear here. Listen to this sound, this energy, and imitate it. Was gonna. Okay, so now that you know how to pronounce this, right, we can start putting it into different forms and use this to communicate. Okay, so look, all of these pronouns, these are also function words. You don't need to pronounce these at all with clarity. Again, they're just small and in the body. Listen to this. It's not I was. That's probably what you guys are doing. I was. Bring the energy up first. Talk to me right here. Make it musical. I was gonna. You hear the musicality? I was gonna what? Well, I was gonna call. We just worked on basically the same vowel here. Look, so watch this. I was gonna call. What did you hear more? All or ka? Listen, I was gonna call. Repeat it. I was gonna call. She was gonna. Listen to the vibration. Oh, sorry, he was gonna. He was gonna. I'm not saying it fast. It's just short. This is what you guys think you hear when you guys say native speakers speak fast. It's not fast. It's just short. Listen. He was gonna. Okay, and the most important part, go. We're gonna keep that musicality going and going all the way up. Listen to this. Repeat. Listen to this sound right here. Repeat it after me. Just imitate what you hear here. He was gonna go. He was gonna go. He was gonna go. She was gonna leave. Don't get caught up by the L. You guys run the same play. Do it the same way every time. Just because you see different letters there doesn't mean do it differently. Don't say left. You don't hear the L sound like that when I say it. Listen. She was gonna leave. Imitate what you hear, not what you see. This is what you hear. She was gonna leave. She was gonna leave. We're not we're nothing like that. Just this vibration. We were. We were gonna. I don't know. What were we gonna do? We were gonna look. Maybe we didn't, but we were gonna look. Listen to what you hear. You don't hear every letter. It's not we were gonna look. It's we were gonna look. This vibration, this melody. You try it. We were gonna look. We were gonna look. All right. This spelling here, I didn't mention this, but this is how people write it when they write gonna. This is how it sounds. Right? This is the correct version. This is how it sounds when you actually listen. If you're texting people, this is how they pronounce. This is how they write gonna. So anytime you see this, it means going. It means going to. All right. They were gonna what? What were they gonna do? They were gonna fight. All right. Listen to the same thing. The musicality, the melody. They were gonna fight. You hear how much musicality I put? They were gonna fight. I'm not pronouncing any of this clearly. Listen, they were gonna fight. They were gonna fight. Now, questions. We can make it a question. Was he gonna try? You see how the pitch goes up at the end because it's yes or no. Follow the pitch. Follow the journey of the vibration, the melody that I'm creating. Was he gonna try? Was she gonna do it? Was she gonna do it? Was she? You hear that? Was she gonna do it? Was she gonna do it? What were you gonna what? Were you gonna? I'll just use the same words. Were you gonna hear that? Were listen how short it is. Were you it's not fast. Were you gonna go? Were you gonna go? Okay, and then we got the negative. Say, I wasn't. Hear the vibration? No, I wasn't. Listen, follow this. I told you guys, it's the same thing every time. I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't gonna go. Imitate this. I wasn't gonna go. That's what our ears are focused on. That's how we understand. That's how you should start listening to the language. Listen. He wasn't gonna go. He wasn't gonna go. We weren't gonna go. We weren't gonna go. So, guys, that's how you use the phrase going to in the past. You should only pronounce it like this. You should only be listening to the language with the vibration, the melody, the shape of the vibration. So all you people that are asking me about a placement class, this is a placement class. Because guess what? Everything is placement. There's nothing about American pronunciation that we can study without talking about placement.